The link contact feature allows you to link your contact to one or more other contacts, which is very beneficial. For example, like if I work with Carrie, but also Mr. Humphreys at the same time, because when you're working with one, you're working typically with the other. In any case, if I open up Carrie, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I also need to email Mr. Humphreys or get his contact information as well. Instead of coming up here and minimizing her down to the taskbar so she's still open, to find Mr. Humphreys either within the same contacts folder or another contacts folder that I called personal, select that, and there he is. And then double clicking to opening him up. You can open him or her up if you link them together within their contact screen here. So to do this, I recommend that you close out of all your contacts. Let me go ahead and maximize restore Carrie's contact before you turn this feature on, because you can turn this feature on from within a contact. Let me show you. File to Options. By default, the contacts category selected, and then come over here and check the box Show Contacts linked to the current item. You can do it that way, but if you do, let me click Cancel. If I did and I clicked OK, it wouldn't show up until I close out of the contacts and then open it back up to refresh it. I mean, you can do it that way. Just close out of everything and then open it back up so you're not like, hey, Kurt gave me a bogus training video here. Okay, I warned you. In any case, they're all closed out. Let me go back to the contacts folder, because that's the contact I'm going to be linking to Mr. Humphreys in the personal folder. Doesn't matter which folder, just close out of all the contacts, come up here, click on the File tab, go down to Options, go to the contacts category, and then check it. Show Contacts linked to the current item, click Okie dokie, and then you can open up the contact, Carrie Heffernan, double click. Down at the bottom, there's the field. Go ahead and click on the Contacts button and say, okay, which contact do you want to link to Carrie? So let me go ahead and scroll down up at the top. Which folder do you want to look in? Remember, I have the personal folder as a contact folder, but it's a subfolder, so if I turn down the triangle, there it is, select it, and the two that I have in there, well, Carrie's there again, but that's supposed to be just her personal information, not generic information. As we learned in an earlier training video, you can have the same person as two different contacts, one that you would send out as a business card that you don't want to include personal information, and then have another contact folder that does have their personal information that you won't be sending out as a contact card or emailing that contact card to others, in any case. So in the personal folder here, I can go ahead and select Mr. Humphreys, go ahead and click Okie dokie, and down at the bottom, it's got his name there. Once you see his link there, all you have to do is go ahead and hover over it, and you get this little pop-up. You can go ahead and email Mr. Humphreys, click on the email message, it opens up, go ahead and type in the subject and the body of the message, close out, let's not save it. Hover over it again, get the pop-up. You get other options, least of which is you can click on the drop-down arrow, and you can go ahead and look up Outlook Contact. When you select that, it just opens up his contact screen there. Select it, opens it up, right? And in his screen, we've got Carrie, okay, which she's already open. So if I right-click on her corresponding button to the screen that's open and I close out of it, better be sure to save it because I just linked them. We need to save that. And we close out of her contact screen. Then within Mr. Humphreys, I can just go ahead and, like I said, hover over it, get some information, her picture, email. You can hover over these other features here. If you have instant messaging, you can click on the drop-down arrow to go to the Outlook properties, schedule a meeting with that contact, which we'll learn about how to schedule meetings in a later training video. Or let me click off of it. You can double-click. It opens up and gives you more detail to say, hey, is this enough? If not, then you may want to go ahead and open up the contact anyways. So if you've got the phone number here about Carrie from Mr. Humphreys' screen, because he's linked down at the bottom by double-clicking, then you don't have to close out of Mr. Humphreys again. Go through all the steps to open up her contact information, especially if you just need a home phone number or a business phone number here. And then if you do need more information, then again, you can open up the contact there and then toggle back and forth between the two. Pretty cool. And you can link additional contacts as well. Just click on the contact button, and this one is for Mr. Humphreys here, who's linked to Carrie. It's defaulted back to the contacts folder. We can link him to Mr. Do there and click OK. So now we've got Mr. Humphreys linked to Carrie and Scooby-Doo. Go ahead and click Save and Close. And Carrie's just linked to Mr. Humphreys. Let's go ahead and save and close.